Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Brothers Radio, the working man's podcast.
Blue collar.
Blue collar as fuck.
Well, today we're joined by Austin Janzen. How you doing today, Austin?
I'm doing pretty all right. How about the Esau brothers?
Oh,
good.
Can't complain.
Okay, so I picked up this 6-pack of Jefe Belgian beer from Linden, and look at the tops.
Quality at its finest.
They got tinfoil on them, right?
Rusted.
They're all fucking rusty on top, obviously.
Sat in a humid area for a while.
It's like that, the surplus ammo you get for SKSs and stuff. It's,
Yeah, they're always corroded.
You're just like, don't know if this is going to work, but pretty much every time they work.
Yep. That's the power of the Soviet Union.
Incredible.
Incredible.
They lack in quality, they make up for in quantity. Would you guys care for a beer?
Oh, I'd love one.
Only if I can have it out of this roasted tomato and garlic Classico container.
Well, of course, that's our fine china.
Oh, that's amazing.
Your glass is behind your computer there, Gump.
Oh, tight.
I don't know. I knew you're a bit of a odd beer enjoyer. We've had the occasional odd beer.
Banana bread beer.
I know. I was looking for
good
those,
shit.
but they don't have them in Linden anymore.
They used to be the bottles, and then they got the cans, and we were disappointed.
Oh yeah, later.
Oh, I have a bottle opener here somewhere.
Lighter works just as good.
All right, copy. I don't know why you always insist I use a lighter.
Because
even when there's
it works the best, honestly.
I mashed my fucking finger today at work. That's good. I might lose the nail. It might be all right though.
So you were doing real blue collar stuff, is what you're trying to say.
Oh yeah. It was good. Bleeding all over the place. It was awesome.
Not sure about this beer, boys. It doesn't have a shitty aftertaste, at least. It's not terrible. It's not. It's kind of.
This name reminds me of.
Can you do this for me?
Gumpers.
I just eat into your lighter, like it just chips off. See, this is why I use a bottle opener.
Okay,
it
first
works.
of all, let's peel the tinfoil off of it.
Well, I used my nail and went around and broke the tinfoil. Oh, cheers! Thanks, brother.
I got you. Anything for you, Gump.
Oh, I feel very loved. All right, let's pour it up here. Welcome back to beer pouring ASMR with me.
So you guys ever heard about those? Like this Jefe beverage here. You guys ever heard about the El Jefe tires?
El Jefe tires.
El Jefe, like LJEFE.
No.
So
Is that like a Mexican brand?
Yeah, it's a different brand, but you know what El Jefe means?
Yeah, the boss.
The boss. So I had to ask the guy that's from Mexico at work, what's El Jefe? And he's like, oh yeah, that's the boss. I was like, El Jefe.
What's really awesome is my boss's name is Jeff.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we just call him El Jefe all the time.
Oh, that's mint.
His name is Jeff, and he's also El Jefe.
It just works.
So he's Jefe.
I will name drop that my boss's name is Jeff as well.
Why? What's the deal with that? Why are all the bosses in the world named Jeff?
I had a boss named Jeff. He was also my cousin, but
Oh, yeah. And here's something else I was thinking about. Why is like half of every middle-aged man named Mike? Like you can you pick a random middle-aged guy out on the street, chances are his name is Mike.
yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah.
Pretty high chances. Like what's
even
that
if they're
about?
even if they're not white, they're still Mike. Like I know a Vietnamese guy named Mike. Like
As long as they're middle-aged, it's not even a race thing
No.
anymore. It's just middle-aged.
China just full of old men named Mike.
I think I worked with a guy from China named Mike as well, actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Or Steve. You guys run into a lot of Steves?
I haven't in a while. For a while, I had a few Steves in my life.
Now you're Steveless in Seattle.
Yes, now I'm Steveless. I know a Steve. I know a couple Steves. Yep.
I'm gonna be honest, boys. This beer is not that good.
The smell is very off-putting, if I'm honest.
It's a bit shit, if you ask me.
I'm trying to decide if it's the container that's making it smell funky or.
No.
Well, it
We've
just
had so many glasses of water and wine, and
it kind of just tastes like. Have you guys ever had Colt 45 or like Old English 800?
That's just like hard liquor, but they say beer on
But
it.
like beer flavored hard liquor. It's weird.
Pretty much.
That's kind of what this tastes like. This is it says strong beer, so maybe that's what they're going for. It is 6.6 alcohol.
That's that's pretty hefty.
It's getting better.
It also says
I find the
subtle
more I drink
notes
it.
of vanilla and cloves. I'm getting
Cloves.
subtle notes of shit and more shit, but
No, I think you're being too hard on it, Gump. Give it a little bit.
I mean, I'll still drink it. I mean, I'm not gonna turn it down. It's free beer.
Well, yeah. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
What'd you get up to today, Austin? Just working?
Programming some oil field chassis of sorts.
Nice.
Learning how to be that master cam programmer doing the machining stuff.
Yeah, you're a machinist.
Yeah, for those listeners, I make stuff out of metal.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
very fascinating work.
Yep.
I used to watch The Master in action, a few years ago.
Before I was less of a master, but we were colleagues for how long?
Oh, I think I worked there for like 2.5, 3 months, something like that.
And I quit when you worked there too, I think, actually. Or did you work there the whole time? I forget if I quit halfway through.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe you quit halfway through the summer because you went like pipelining or something crazy.
Went farming, and then I tried to pretend I was a directional driller. Well, I was a swamper, but yeah. It was a cool experience to be out there.
Yeah.
But
That North Country is desolate.
yeah, well, I wasn't even that north, other than the about 36 hours I was in Fort Mac.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
But, between Rocky Mountain House and Drayton Valley, see lots of wild horses and even more wild, coked out oil field guys.
Yeah, those boys love their cocaine up there.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's probably like an eighth of the Columbia cartel's entire budget right there. It's just cocaine to the North Country of Alberta.
How the fuck do they get cocaine up there? Like, I have a good idea, but like,
Every way
Not
imaginable.
keystring. Not keystring.
Well,
Maybe keystring.
maybe a little bit, but
just a,
maybe a little.
just a little
keystring.
bit of keystring.
Mm-hmm.
little boofing coke to get across the border.
You guys ever watch that documentary that Vice made? Or no, was it not Vice? I think Gordon Ramsay went down to Colombia and learned how to make cocaine and how they use like 50-gallon drums and put gasoline in them. And,
Yeah, they take the leaves from the
yeah.
coca tree. They put them in a big
Or
tub.
was it Anthony Bourdain?
No, it was Gordon Ramsay.
It was Gordon Ramsay.
It's fucking
Yeah.
weird. I don't know why Gordon
It was
Ramsay
the
was down
oddest guy to go to that. But I mean, he's got an entertaining personality for TV, so it works out. But
there. A little rage goes a long way.
oh yeah. Well, I don't know if it was that documentary or whatever they want to call it, but they say that they tried to raise the price to double for the cocoa plants that they make the cocaine, like they get the leaves from,
Yep.
to try and make it more expensive for the end receiver, like someone in North America, but it only ends up being $400 more in like the however many thousands of dollars that quantity is now worth once it got here, once it got cut and transported.
wow.
Because it's only worth, like, say it's worth $800 there. It's worth $100,000. This is just figure of speech, but if it's worth $100,000 in North America, it's only $100,800 then, or whatever they raise the
So
price.
it's like just a fraction.
It didn't make a difference.
Just
It
a slight percentage increase.
You're still getting it. It's really not changing the price at all.
So
yeah, I
even if
remember
you,
that documentary though. It was pretty gross watching how they make that shit. They take all the coca leaves, put them in a tub, and like a big tub, like a big fucking like a Walmart backyard swimming pool
Yeah.
kind of thing, and just dump gasoline and cement powder in with the leaves, and for
Yep.
whatever it starts some chemical reaction. Like cement powder's got lime in it,
Yeah. Or is it lime or lye? No. what
or
is it?
lye. Sorry, it's not lye. Yeah.
Lie.
That's what I meant. So it somehow that pulls the cocaine out of the leaf, and then they take all the powder afterwards and like refine it a little more. But it's fucking pretty crazy. They used just gasoline and cement powder.
Interesting. That's probably why you see like a heavy addict always blow out the piece in between your nostrils. It's probably from the cement powder.
Could be.
Probably.
Yeah, lie.
And, the ton of cocaine you're doing. But if you're refining it with like lye is very corrosive.
Oh, yeah. It's horrible corrosive.
So eventually it would just blow out your nasal cavity.
Well, yeah, Steve-O, he used to be able to, I don't know if he still can, if it grows back or not, but there's a video of him putting shoelace through in one nostril and out the other.
Oh,
No,
God.
I don't think it grows back. I think it's cartilage. I don't think cartilage grows back.
Probably plastic surgery, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they could shim a little piece back in there. Yeah.
It's like the real hard way of getting a septum piercing, only it's way deeper.
Yeah.
I think it's way more fun, though.
Yeah.
There's probably more enjoyment because all you're going to get is a bunch of angry white guys that are a little bit too conservative looking at you like, why do you want to look like my bull?
Yeah, septum piercings are strange.
I've never found them attractive.
No, me neither.
They're
No.
weird.
I question their choices when they think they look good. Or maybe they don't. They're just, they're acting out like their parents probably want to tell them.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I see a girl with a septum piercing, and you'd see a lot of them in Calgary, I feel like going up to them and saying, "That's a real nice slave ring you got there." It's like an old bull, right? You tow him around with a fucking nose ring.
It's a real nice slave ring.
That's a nice slave ring you got
ring.
going on there.
Yeah,
What, that's supposed to be racist? No, I don't know. It just came to me right now.
I'm interested in that documentary. Gump, you got to find it.
All right, fine. I'll quick do a typey type here.
What, you like this whole setup? We got the TV. Gump has like this computer
Yeah.
and the TV. We can use that.
Well, and he ain't just got no computer. This is some gamer stuff.
Yeah, it's an MSI computer. It's got a light up keyboard, so I'm fucking retarded.
Is it RGB, Gump?
Like,
Red, green,
yeah.
blue?
yeah, it can change all the colors and shit. You can have it be rainbow for Pride Month and stuff like that.
You definitely can get some of those streamer women interested in you just by saying that you got that keyboard.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at Minecraft, like you wouldn't believe. What was that? Cocaine documentary. We'll just
it's like an actual legit
Gordon on
film.
Cocaine TV series.
Ooh,
Neat. Is it still
It's
going?
on Amazon apparently.
huh?
Cool.
Gordon Ramsay. I'd like to see Gordon Ramsay on cocaine. That'd be cool.
Interesting.
That would be interesting.
Because I'm tired of seeing the same steak sandwich video all the time. I just want to see him high on coke. That'd be wild.
I mean, he acts like he's high on coke all the time.
Yeah, that's fair. Is that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson?
Is that Dwayne the Tub I'm Drowning?
You guys seen that picture of Chris Rock, The Rock, and what was the other Rock that was in there? There was
Kid Rock?
Kid Rock.
Rock. Yeah, they were all in one picture, and it just said nothing. And the comment was like, "Too many rocks."
I have seen that picture.
They call that a rock band. That's fucking crazy.
You guys hear Kid Rock's new song, "We the People" or whatever? It's just an absolute like play on what's happening in the world right now. And it's just like it has like the "Let's Go Brandon" chant going in the background, and he's like, yeah, just going off about
man.
how COVID's a load of crap and all other things, making fun of Joe Biden, obviously, and whatever
that's awesome.
else. And enjoy it. It's kind of groovy, you know. Like you can't hate it.
He has a big fucking house in Tennessee. No, not Tennessee. Yeah. Oh god damn! What's
Don't
that?
point at me. I don't know. I don't know Kid Rock from a hole in the ground, man.
No, why?
He does that one. Dang, diggy, dang it, dang it. Isn't that Kid Rock? Diggy, diggy, up, then the boogie, up,
Yeah,
dump,
I
the
think
boogie.
that's
that him?
That's him,
Could
right?
be.
That's all I know.
Nashville. He's in Nashville. That's where. Yeah, Nashville, Tennessee.
Mm.
He has a big fucking house. Search up his house. Place is massive.
Kid Rock's house.
Well, he's like, That guy's played like almost every genre that exists, pretty much.
Damn, this place looks like it produces a lot of cotton.
Oh,
damn.
yeah.
And not with machinery.
No.
Oh, and it's
No.
right on a lakefront? Bro, look at his dock. He can run his boat right in there. That's wild.
That's the type of house that you just imagine when you think of America and old Western movies.
Yeah, why does Kid Rock, why is he a plantation owner?
Because he's a white guy from the South. Oh, no, he's from Detroit. Is he from Detroit?
I think so. Yeah. Isn't it in one of his songs? With the Werewolves of London beat. What fucking song is that?
Oh, no, but it's like Sweet Home Alabama. It's a fucking ripoff.
Yeah, it's a
Sweet Home
ripoff of
Alabama.
like 3 different fucking songs. But yeah, I think he's from Detroit.
All summer long?
Yeah. Oh, summer long.
Yeah, singing
Yeah.
Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
We were trying different things. We were smoking funny things.
Okay, yep, that's the one.
Yeah, that's a weird... he's a weird guy. I don't know if I really like him or not, but
I
certainly
support
interesting.
his stance currently.
Yeah,
It's good.
for sure.
Well, he kind of seems like a bit of a crazy white guy. Like, I support his stance in silence.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to trust a guy with a literal gold rope. Here's a picture of him here, folks, and he is not wearing a gold chain. This is literally a boat anchor rope made of gold that he has around his neck.
Yeah, I think my favorite picture of Kid Rock is when he's just walking down the
Yep.
beach and somebody like photoshopped 2 30 racks of bush and he's just cruising down the beach.
Yeah.
You know that meme.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That's fucking amazing.
He almost looks like McGregor doing that ape arm thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's doing.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's a madman. He's a menace to society. Just does whatever the fuck he wants.
Nice.
So what did Aub get up to today?
Oh shoot, what did I get up to today? I was working at a feedlot.
Corova East?
No.
Ah.
Clausen's.
Oh,
Working at
even
Clausen's.
worse.
I was inside, so they have a 5,000 gallon cistern underneath their shop, and they blew some fittings apart on one of their pumps inside the tank. So we drained the tank, and I had to shinny down like a 30-inch manhole, so it's not even 3 feet across, full of pipes, and I had to work my way down there, and it was gross. So gross. That cistern it's been used for about 20 years, and it's like collected so much slime. All that well water has a bit of
Algae.
yeah, algae or whatever, just build up, and it's just slime. There's like a foot of slime in the bottom. It was gross as hell.
Did you slip?
Almost. I almost ate shit into the bottom because it's a round tank, right?
Yeah,
so you can only walk on the fucking bottom. Like you take you
take
go-
one step and you slide back down.
literally
right to the
and
center.
I almost ate shit. Like it was
that
bad.
sucks.
So what diameter are you talking here?
10 feet.
Oh, so it's big size.
Yeah, so you can stand up in it, no problem. It's about 10 feet and then 25 feet long. So it's quite a large tank.
Oh, it's long, like it's not completely round.
Yeah, it's a cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
It sounds greasy.
It was real fucking greasy. She's real greasy out there, boys.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, that's what I got up to. Nothing
Nice.
too serious. Little plumbing. That's about it.
Oh, is that your smashed finger you got there?
Oh, yeah, so that's what I did today. Smashed my finger. That's...
I have bad memories of doing that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh.
no fun.
No.
It's the worst. Well, the worst thing about smashing your fingers, it doesn't quite hurt for about the first second. The first second is just, you realize like, oh, I can't believe I did that. Here comes the pain. Like you can watch yourself think in real time. And then the pain hits and you're like, the pain just turns into rage. And you just want to you want to put your hand through the wall, but then you know that will just cause more pain. So you better not do that. So you just kind of, you
just have
mutter,
to live with the pain.
mutter some painful words underneath your breath. Fucking son of a bitch. Fuck. Cocksucker.
You just walk the pain off, man.
Yeah.
Walk the pain off.
I always give the good heavy sigh, just, and I just start trancing around the shop, hoping and shaking the hand, or doing whatever you got to do to try and not scream at the top of your lungs.
Yeah, I really dive into the self-loathing when I hurt my hands. I just like
fucking idiot. I'm so stupid.
I'm really stupid. I hate myself.
Just completely making yourself feel more worthless than you already do on the regular.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. I surprisingly though, I was swinging like a 20-pound dead blow. I was punching pins through. On one of them.
That's a BFH right there.
That is a BFH for sure. It's a medium-sized hammer, really.
It's MBFH.
It's an MBFH. It's medium. It's a medium big fucking hammer. Like it's not that big, but it's it's actually pretty fucking big. Like the thing stands about that tall. Like,
what's that? 4 feet?
4 feet tall. Like the handle. It's a big fucking hammer.
How do you swing that thing, Gump? You're 5 feet tall.
Yeah, well you build up momentum.
Yeah,
you know how like when you run something in a circle,
it up like this?
No, you know when you go in a circle, how like centripetal force or whatever, it pulls it to the outside.
Yeah.
Well, once you're spinning, the thing's carrying itself.
Is that how you fucking swing the thing? Is you start spinning it?
No, I don't spin in a circle, but you get a pretty good wind up. You get a good wind up going, and you can get it up about that tall.
Fair enough.
About that high.
As high as you need.
It's called physics, Aubrey.
Yeah, I didn't take physics, Gump. I'm just curious how you would swing a 20-pound dead blow.
Yeah, you should watch me. I get pretty fucking mad.
Fair enough.
Especially when you got this big cocksucker of a hammer, and it takes a lot of energy to get that bitch to get moving. And if you miss, it's like, because you probably only have about 15 more swings left in you before you gotta have a coffee break. So you're like, I just used up one of my swings. So
when you miss a swing and you hit someone else or what you're not supposed to hit.
Oh yeah. Luckily, there's nothing of in the area at the time. There was nothing very delicate. So even if I hit something else, it was just steel. So
I think my favorite hammer at work is we took it's a 12-pound sledge, and we cut the handle off. So the handle is only about 16 inches long. So it's just like a real big fucking hammer. It's not even a sledgehammer. It's just a really big hammer.
Yeah. Do you use that for tapping in finishing nails?
Yeah, whatever you want, really.
Finishing
I use it for everything.
Oh, no,
I love that hammer.
Well, you might as well just use the head of the hammer itself and hit it like a fucking monkey with a rock.
That's pretty much what I do.
Start making tools with that shit.
Ape strong together.
He's made it past the crescent wrench point in his career. He's gone on to the butchered hammer.
And it's like you can tell it was just kind of the end of it was actually, I think the hammer was broken, and then I think my boss just took like an angle grinder to it and just kind of smoothed the sharp, like it's a fiberglass handle.
Oh yeah.
So it just kind of been taped and like smoothed out.
Oh, for fuck!
It's a beauty. That's a sweet hammer, man. I use it for everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Describe it to it. What do you, on a daily basis, what do you use that thing for?
Well, it's good for driving in pins and like
on
equipment on buckets, whatever you want that, or checking tires. It's a little large for check. I've never checked tires with it.
Use it for body work?
No, just it's kind of like you have your wrenches, your sockets, and then you have like your 1/2-inch breaker bar, and then you just before the acetylene torch you have that hammer, and if it don't fucking move, then you just turn it to liquid.
I like that. That is a good system. I like that.
Yeah. It's like a logical progression.
Yeah, everything just gets bigger and badder.
Yeah, until eventually you gotta talk to Mother Nature and crank up the heat.
Yeah.
Can't be stuck if the bitch is pouring on the ground.
No. It's reversed corrosion.
That's right.
It's true.
Or something. What would be the reverse of corrosion, really?
I guess you'd have to like remelt it down, like take a bunch of rusty shit and like remelt it down and then reform it. So like, foundry shit, metallurgy.
Yeah, I should know this stuff. Well, I know about metallurgy kind of, or I learned about it. Shouldn't say I'm well rehearsed in it, but yeah.
You know all the different like mixtures of steel and why they are the way they are, that sort of shit. Or?
Kind of. You got all sorts of different steels, like stainless steel. You know how most people think there's only one kind. There's magnetic, non-magnetic, martensitic, austenitic. Like there's all sorts of different types of stainless out there, but they're
copacetic.
Copacetic, yeah. There's some of the harder it is, the more copacetic.
Perfect. I think
I was going to ask you, because you're a machine guy, obviously. So what was the most expensive material you've ever machined, like by foot? You know.
Oh, I don't know if the stuff I'm working on right now is exactly the same as what I was told, but it's gotta be, I think it's close to $300 an inch for some of this stuff. Maybe, I don't know if I have been machining that or not. That was kind of what they do when they bring you into a new building. When you start at a shop, they're like, yeah, this stuff is, this bar of material is $200,000, so, we're big ballers. Kind of flexing.
So they gotta like grab their nuts and be like, look at all of our fancy material that we have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
But
wow, cool.
I would like to say
It's almost the price of a 2x4.
yeah, almost. It was probably some Inconel that I worked with right before winter here. It's probably
Inconel, what is that?
It's a stainless steel super alloy, so it's super heat resistant, so you can get it basically like almost glowing red hot and it doesn't melt. So
like it never really gets liquid, like it has to get super hot to be liquid and deform.
Yeah, and
it has a really high melting point, I guess, is what that is.
Interesting.
So it's a lot of companies like it for like turbines and stuff like that because it's obviously hot in a turbine. So, and I think that stuff is like, I want to say it was like $100 for like, or was it $60 a foot for like 1.5 or 2 inch round or something like that.
Oh, wow.
So it was, really expensive stuff, and it's hard to get. So they're like, yeah, if you scrap this, we don't have any more material and we waited a month for it. So just don't scrap it.
Yeah, keep it around. We'll use it for something else.
Yeah, and you find out that it's like some aerospace part, and you're like, oh, yeah, I really shouldn't scrap this.
I don't even want to touch it.
Can you?
Yeah.
You told me once that you had machined some parts for NASA.
Not NASA. I made parts for
Elon Musk.
For Elon Musk. the smartest man alive. No, I made something for what's it called? Rolls-Royce. For their turbine engine. They wanted some little alignment tools and a sleeve so they didn't drop the bolt down into the turbine.
Oh.
So you just install the sleeve and then they could slide the bolt through and tighten it up without it falling.
Yeah, falling into the turbine and ruining the entire thing.
Yeah.
Or having to take it apart to find the bolt.
Yeah.
Fuck, that would suck.
I say just spin the bitch up and and listen for it.
I always forget that Rolls-Royce builds jet engines.
Oh, shit. They build... they're working to build modular nuclear reactors, too. Like they're a huge conglomerate. They build all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Isn't there, like, only a handful of guys that do the pinstriping on Rolls-Royce cars?
More than likely.
Like,
you got to be a special kind of guy to do that stuff.
Because I remember Top Gear did a little special, not really a special, but just like, you know how they would do a review of a car, a segment on a car. They did the Rolls-Royce Phantom, and there's, I think in this factory in England, there's one guy that did the pinstriping, and he had like the steadiest hands of all of Britain. And he's just like,
it's probably
one stripe down this car.
It's probably this old guy.
No, he was early 50s, late 40s, somewhere in there. He was a middle-aged man.
Practiced guy.
But yeah, like, and watching him, he was just like dedicated and focused, and this thing was deadly.
It's like when you used to watch me tint windows, you're just like, man, I love watching you focus on stuff. I was like, this is awkward.
Yeah, I can't focus on things, so it's impressive when other people can do it.
Being as ADHD as I am, I'm impressed I could too.
See, I wouldn't say it's ADHD so much as you only focus on things you give a shit about.
That's true. I'll take that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's probably a lot of people with quote unquote ADHD.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely ADHD out there, yes.
There's mostly just a lot of people with no passion for things.
Yeah.
And so they're like, I can't focus on this thing I give no fucks about.
Yeah.
Well, there's your answer. No wonder you don't give a fuck about that class that you're taking in university that you couldn't give a fuck about.
Yeah, find something you want to do. Find something you care about.
Yeah, find your passion, man.
That's right.
But what if your passion leaves you?
Yeah.
That was if you're talking about a woman. If you're talking about a woman, this is not what I mean.
It wasn't exactly what I was getting at, but
I mean, like if your hammer and anvil just got up and ran away.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't see any anvils with legs. You ever see a hammer walk?
I've seen a hammer fly.
After you fucking bashed your finger and chucked it across the yard.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Gone.
Get going!
Then you do the walk of shame after that.
Yeah,
hammer,
go
like,
find
I
the
shouldn't have
bitch.
Fucking thrown that.
Yeah, I
thing.
go
I'm sorry.
kick a bunch of grass and sticks out in the bush, try and find the bitch. It's the worst.
Or it's in the winter and you gotta wait till the snow melts to find it.
Yeah, I know it's there somewhere, but just can't tell.
Somewhere in the Carriganas.
Has a little bit extra patina after you find it.
Gump, get Kid Rock off the TV for fuck's sakes. I can't handle
It's
it.
uncomfortable. Look at this guy.
He's making it bigger. Oh,
How do I make it bigger?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What have I done?
Hey, here's a real
Childhood.
question. When's the last time Kid Rock got a fucking haircut?
I don't know.
You should Google that. That's a good curious.
There. Man, that guy's got a beer gut.
He does have a nice little belly. He's kind of... Oh, he's built like me. He's totally built like me. Look at me. Look at him. Look at us.
Disgusting.
Wow.
The man is disgusting. Living on Big Macs. And
Speaking
Beer,
of Rolls
Bush.
Royce, there is a Rolls Royce in front of that double wide that's camo colored.
this right here.
Wait, sorry. There's no. Never mind. There's just a window hovering there. There's no. There's no building.
That's
there.
right. It's just an AC unit just hovering.
Yeah, what the fuck is this exactly?
It's a camo house.
It's a camo double wide trailer. It's got the fucking ghetto ass AC unit plugged out the window. It's got a big patio out front made out of looks like green treated wood.
Oh, no, that's steel railing. That's a high quality deck.
That's not steel railing. Shit. What is this? Hey, Kid Rock, let's do this. Your trailer house would fit in well with my ice fishing shack. Who's this fucking hillbilly?
That is way too nice for ice fishing.
Why am I reading this shit? I don't give a fuck about Kid Rock.
That hurts, Gum. Who do you give a fuck about?
Country music family. Look at that guy. Gold chain and a Rolls Royce. Country music family.
Yes. Yes, Kid Rock, the one person we know to trust to teach the youth our traditions and values.
Yep.
With Ray-Bans. He's killing it with the Ray-Bans.
I trust no man who wears a fucking white pork pie hat like that. What are you, fucking Cuban?
Dude, that hat fucks. I want one.
I don't want one. That looks disgusting.
If he was wearing a purple fuzzy suit, like a pimp suit, or leopard print scarf with that or something.
Yeah, legally change his name to Sugar Bear. Or like, what was Snoop Dogg's name?
Huggy Bear.
Huggy Bear.
Yeah, no, and like
In Starsky and Hutch with Owen Wilson and Stiller there.
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
movie.
that was like 2002.
Yeah.
That movie came out.
2000. Remember the little kid with the afro? And like something, I can't remember. The truck exploded and then he went flying and his afro lit on fire or something like that. That's all I remember from that movie.
Or it blew back or something. But he had the classic big afro and the pronged comb
pick.
stuck in there.
The pick. The hair pick in there.
Yeah.
Always
Hey, what's going on, my brother?
Yeah, always talking shit. Yeah,
Hey,
he was
cut me some
awesome.
slack, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good movie.
Well, you know, Starsky and Hutch was a TV show. Right?
Yeah, I know.
That way. Just there's a fun fact for you folks.
You know
Starsky and
the-
Hutch was an old, I think it was a 70s TV show.
You know the movie
Out with it. Out with it now.
no, it's already the bit's ruined.
When the
I was trying to think of Dukes of Hazzard. It was a TV series, but I botched it. I ruined it.
You were in my head. I was thinking that.
Yeah, same
Right.
thing though. They made a movie in
Yeah,
2006.
yeah, with Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And what was her name? There's
Simpson, Jessica
Oh,
Simpson.
Jessica
Jessica
Simpson. Yep.
Simpson.
Yep.
Legs. Shit.
She was at her absolute peak in that movie.
Shit.
Yeah,
That's
she
a
got
good movie.
That was back when Johnny Knoxville was still doing stunts. You hear about him now?
What now?
He retired from doing stunts after Jackass Forever because he has permanent brain damage from the stunt.
Fuck, he had permanent brain damage 20 years ago.
That's probably just an excuse.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, I don't think any of them thought they would make another one, but I feel they're some studio came to them and was like, "Do you guys want a shitload of money?" And they're all like, they're all addicted to drugs and shit. They're like, "Yeah, I need money."
No, they're all clean.
I think most of them are
Steve-O's
clean.
for sure clean.
Steve-O and Knoxville are clean.
Yeah, okay.
I heard
Bam's not actually in that movie though.
No, I heard Bam was doing
he's
fucked.
not. He's not clean.
He is off the fucking rails.
Yeah, I heard he was not doing well. Like actually not doing well.
He tried to boycott the movie in general. He tried to get everyone to bandwagon and boycott Jackass Forever because they did that to him.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, he's an idiot though. Wasn't there was a TV show after Jackass 3?
Viva La Bam?
Viva La Bam. I never did watch much of it, but it was always just like him tormenting his parents. He still lives at his parents' house and just torments them.
What was his dad's name? Phil?
Phil and
Yes.
April. Phil and
Yes.
April Margira.
I just remember how that did they send a bull into his hotel room or some shit?
No, it was an oh, maybe it was a bull, but they put an alligator in their house.
That's right, alligator.
And the mom was like, "Is that thing real? Is that thing real?" And the thing hissed at her. Ah! And she freaks out and runs.
No,
How could you torture your mother like that?
I'm trying to remember. I swear they guided walked a fucking bull into his room or something.
Well, I don't know if it was a full bull. I think it was a steer. Like a
Just
young
Google it up.
steer.
You got the power of the Google.
I do. I have. Let's ask Dr. Google what's going on here.
What does Mark Normand always say?
Give it a goog.
Yeah, give it a goog, J-Mo.
What the Bam Margira Bull? What am I googling here?
Phil.
Phil Margira. Oh my goodness, it's a super.
It's large, Gump.
Very large.
I don't
Dr.
know.
Phil says Bam Margera is making a sincere effort in rehab.
How many years ago was that?
It was 2019.
Oh, yeah, that's too long ago.
Yeah, he's unhealthy looking now. Like he has no neck. He's just.
Oh, he's turning into his father, except his father at least had a stable job as a plumber or whatever the fuck he was.
Yeah. He was funny as hell too.
I don't know.
I think on Viva La Bam, I've tried to look it up. It's very hard to find, but he had Billy Idol on there. And they got a Lamborghini, and they took a Sawzall to the roof because Billy Idol wanted a sunroof.
Just took a hacksaw too. That's awesome. I wish I had just enough money to buy shit vehicles and just hack holes in the roof. That'd be so sweet.
Yeah, but this is a Lamborghini.
You just need to hang around Tom or listen to what he sends you a little bit more.
Yeah, exactly.
$800 hunk of shit.
I'm surprised he hasn't hacked a hole in his good vehicles. He's such a tool, that kid. Tom, you're a tool.
You're saying this because he'll never listen to it, right?
Yeah, even if he does listen to it, I'm accountable for my words. I'm a big boy.
Fair enough. You guys can hash it out somewhere.
Yeah,
have
that's
a little
right.
Tilly on the floor.
Nah, we won't have a Tilly. He'll just be a bitch about it and be like, "Oh, I heard you're talking shit." I'm like, yeah, I was. That's my Tom impression.
Yeah, it does say here that Billy Idol was in the show. Same with the Dudesons. Tony Hawk. Bob
the
Burnquist.
Dudesons.
I was thinking of
Sean
dudes.
Penn. Why the fuck was Sean Penn in this?
Sean Penn. Why is that name so familiar, but I can't place
Oh, did you ever see that movie I Am Sam, where he plays a retard?
No?
Oh, it's impressive.
Yeah, not a lot of people watch them. It wasn't very good.
No, but the if
Name
you
a
watch the
better
trailer,
movie.
it's really good. It's actually amazing how horribly offensive that movie is to retards.
Brief appearance in The Little House on the Prairie
I guess
in 1974.
that was his first career. Okay, that was his first
so
acting
he's a kid.
debut.
Interesting.
What else here?
Yeah,
What
what
do
are
we
his
got? Well,
bigger
Fast
movies?
Times at Ridgemont High. Carlito's Way. That's right. He plays the Jew lawyer in Carlito's Way, which is what's his nut? Scarface. Fucking
Al Pacino?
Al Pacino. Who's Al Pacino's trying to play like a young guy, and he's like 50 in the movie, and he's like courting this like 27-year-old woman, and he's like 55. It makes no. It's a really weird movie.
That is strange.
And then how was that? There's this young guy. what the hell? What's that guy? John Leguizamo? You know the guy who played Luigi in the fucking Super Mario Brothers movie?
No.
There's a Super Mario Brothers movie?
You've never seen that one?
No.
Did it just come out?
No, like it was in the 80s.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
no,
that's
like
why I haven't
89.
seen it. Okay.
1989 or something it came out.
No, I did not see that.
John Leguizamo. He was in Chef. You ever watch Chef?
Yeah, but you better pull him up here.
He's also a stand-up comedian kind of guy.
Huh. No, I've never... I didn't realize they had a Super Mario Bros. In the 80s. Oh, I know that fucking guy. Yeah. He plays the garage owner in John Wick.
Ah, okay.
Does he?
Yeah. In the first John Wick, he punches the Russian kid in the face because he stole John Wick's car. Oh, yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, so Super Mario Bros., which came... 93, sorry. He played Luigi, and then he was in Carlito's Way, and also in 93.
Yeah, John Wick 2014.
Okay, there you go.
That's how old John Wick is
And
already.
he provided voice work for Sid the Sloth in Ice Age?
Yeah, he was Sid the Sloth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's an interesting fella.
Yeah, he's a good
Impressive.
dude.
But anyway, in Carlito's Way, spoiler alert, he kills Scarface Man in the end. He goes, hey, remember Benny Blanco from the Bronx? And then just shoots him in the head.
That is cold.
Sounds like Of Mice and Men.
That's not how it...
Of
at
Mice
all.
and Men. That's a good band.
It's a good little book.
It's also a movie with John Malkovich.
Yep.
And that guy who plays Lieutenant Dan.
Yep. Yeah, what's his name?
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, he's Lieutenant Dan. He'll forever be Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
You've watched Forrest Gump, haven't you,
Yeah.
Austin?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a good film.
I've heard that movie
Gary
was like
Oh, yeah, Gary Sinise. Gary Penis.
low. It was a super low budget, and the people that were casted in it like made zero money on the show.
Oh, could be.
But then they ended up getting fame because they did such a good job in the movie.
Oh, it's such a great movie. I didn't. Yeah. What was the budget for Forrest Gump?
I think it was pretty high. I don't know if it was a super low budget.
Because I've always heard a lot of Tom Hanks movies were not the highest budget. Like what was that one? Terminal. Terminal wasn't a high budget film either.
This one budget $55 million. That's a pretty big picture.
Okay, so I
Especially in 91. When was it?
94.
94.
Okay, I was
94.
wrong. But the people on the show, well, unless it was misinformation, which is quite possible.
Could have been, yeah. I mean, they did have a lot of people in that fucking movie. A lot of actors, a lot of names.
Yeah, Robin Wright, Sally Field.
Oh, I was thinking about Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one that was cheap. That's what it
Because
was.
that one blew up, I'd say, a few years after it came out. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
It was
Like,
a cult film.
yeah.
I mean, that's a weird movie, too. Like, there's not even really a plot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nothing really happens. There's not really any plot. Then somewhere halfway through the movie, he's working at a chicken farm. And you're like, why is he working at a chicken farm again? And, oh, yeah, right, because he needs a couple bucks for something. And then it just gets to the end, and
Yeah, how does the llama fit in?
Yeah.
Tina the llama.
None of
or
it makes
Tina
any
the
sense.
alpaca. No, what animal?
It's a llama.
Yeah, it's a llama.
Yeah, it's
Then
kind of a
Unc-
weird movie.
I
man.
just like Uncle Rico. Rico. Yeah.
And obviously Pedro. You gotta love Pedro. Like,
Oh,
vote for Pedro.
I like what's the brother? Kip?
Yeah.
And he's got that, he's got a,
Well, he's got your glass.
oh my God. Hey, I got a beard.
Oh,
Kip
yeah.
didn't have a beard. He did
That's
have the
right.
mustache,
He
and
just
he had
had
the glasses.
A real pencily mustache.
You could say things are getting kind of serious. But he's dating that big, bodacious black woman.
That's right.
La
Met her.
Fonda.
Gump, actually, a lot of things in your life are like Kip. Met your girlfriend online.
Yeah.
Same glasses, same build. I mean, sure, your facial
I
hair
do
is
not have the same build.
Yeah, you're a little thicker than he is.
Yeah,
sure.
I could lift a paper. I could lift a 20 pounds with one arm.
Fair enough.
That guy was like that actor. He must have starved himself or something because he looked so thin and emaciated. He looked awful.
Yeah.
Still a great film.
Jonah Hill. That guy changes body weight every time you see him in a film.
Yeah, he apparently lost a shitload of weight.
Yeah, he's all juiced up now.
Is he again?
Fat?
No, not fat. He's just been working out hard as fuck.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
well,
all
good
like
for him.
big muscles. Big sexy muscles.
Sure. Sure.
Mr. Leahy, Julian's lifting weights out here and wants to have a drink with you, bud.
Lifting weights, he's got no shirt on and wants to have a drink with you. What's that, Ren? What'd you say?
That's mad.
Good old Trailer Park Boys. I tried showing some foreigner guys Trailer Park Boys, and they didn't quite get it. So I turned the subtitles on because they couldn't understand it, and they still didn't quite get it. I get it. It's funny, they said, but why do you think it's so funny? And it's because it's completely culturally related to Canadians. Like, only Canadians really understand that show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get it when you're from wherever the heck overseas and they're like, huh? What's a trailer park?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't really know what a trailer park is. So you don't really know what the culture of trailer parks are like.
Yeah.
You don't understand that there is actually people who just steal shopping carts and fix them up. You don't realize that this is real life. This isn't just a joke. That's why it's so funny, because that show in the first 7 seasons was essentially representing a thread of real life, especially on the East Coast, just destitute East Coast life.
Mm-hmm.
Just stealing groceries, ganking groceries.
Stealing groceries, stealing airport luggage.
Yeah.
And then selling the shit that you found in your boutique, which is actually just your mom's trailer that you've set up a bunch of clothes racks in.
The shitmobile, though.
Oh yeah,
that's a Canadian cult classic.
Oh, absolutely.
Right
yeah.
there.
That's the shitmobile. That's something that everyone gets.
What is that? A 74 Lincoln? No, 76 Lincoln.
I forget what it is, but I've seen
It's a Lincoln.
people do a complete
It's a Mark IV,
replica
I
of it.
I think. Oh no, it's the 4-door, so it's a Mark.
No, because the Marks always had the round on the trunk lid for the spare tire. I thought the Marks.
It's a Chrysler New Yorker.
Oh, it's a Chrysler.
That's
the 75 New Yorker. No, Mr. Leahy's car is a Lincoln Mark IV.
Right. Yeah. I should have known that. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's a 75 New Yorker.
Yeah, because Bubbles calls it the Yorker.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a whole wiki on
There's a Trailer Park Boys wiki.
That's
Look at that.
awesome.
The car's transmission does not operate according to design. According to Ricky, the third gear is normally used for driving as the drive gear because it causes the car to go in reverse. Neutral parks the car while reverse puts it in second gear. The driver's side door does not open. Thus, Ricky enters and leaves the car through the hollow right side. Yeah, how's that whole thing go? And it's like, just remember, third is second, reverse is neutral, and neutral is reverse.
Sounds like 460
and
got too close to that one.
Yeah, exactly. And how the fuck? Because then he's like, and first, second, and third work normally or something like that.
Yeah.
Where in the fuck is Randy's barbecue? Oh yeah. Have you watched much Trailer Park Boys?
I watched a few seasons when I was younger, and that was when they were promoting what was it, season 9 or season 8? Whenever they kind of took that break
when
and
Netflix
then came
bought
back.
it,
Yeah,
So because
back.
Netflix renewed a couple seasons with them, so then everything came on Netflix.
Right. So I would have watched probably season 8 for sure, and then 9 came out, and I don't even know if I finished it.
Yeah.
Well, you need to rewatch.
Those
man.
later seasons are not great. It's seasons 1 through 7 that are really good. And 7 it starts to taper off, but
7 you can tell that they realize that is actually their show got somewhere. They have some fame, so it has a little different of a vibe. But you watch season 1, it's I'm convinced that they're just filming Ricky in his day-to-day life. You think Ricky is a real person.
Yeah.
The way he acts, everything.
Oh yeah. Well, I've heard all those guys are actually quite smart guys, in business and stuff like that.
Who plays Bubbles? Is that right?
Mike Smith.
Mike Smith. Yeah.
That sounds right.
I hear he's kind of the brains of the operation, I think.
Yeah, I think he almost caught a battery charge in California a couple years ago.
Really?
He almost beat the fuck out of some woman or something.
What'd she do
Which
wrong?
is pretty based. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty based. What did she do wrong?
He's a beauty.
I don't think they're completely retarded, but they sure know how to portray themselves as being retarded.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know many other people that can pull it off unless they're actually retarded.
Well, you got to have a certain amount of it for sure.
Well, I've always stood by the statement that it takes quite a bit of intelligence to be that stupid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you look at like the Monty Python show and even their movies, like they would do things that were so retarded that you'd go, how did anyone think of this? This is so stupid. And then you realize, oh, some guy like thought about this for 5 hours one night and thought this would be funny. You know, I was just thinking today about this one bit in Monty Python in the series where there's like a documentary crew going to this one village in England and they're interviewing the village idiot, right? And this guy is, they catch up with him and he's, being a village idiot, just being retarded and like begging for money, as a village idiot does. And he's doing dumb shit or whatever. And then it cuts to an interview with him, like a close interview with him, and it's played by John Cleese, and he's like, you see, the village idiot, he represents a certain class that every community needs, someone to look down upon. It's a very and so he's giving this epistle, and he's like, I myself am a 6th generation village idiot, and our work is very it's widely sought and it's very important, and we believe that it is the foundation of a healthy community. It just keeps going on, in their typical British fashion. And then midway through the interview, someone walks by and he goes, and just acting like a complete retard, holds out his hand, and then the lady puts a penny in his hand and he goes, shakes his head, thank you, and then it goes right back into like lecturing this guy about why the village idiot is so important.
Right.
Why it's, as a profession, it's one of the most important professions in Great Britain.
Oh my goodness.
It's the most ridiculous thing.
They had some wild ideas, those guys.
European shows just hit different though.
Yeah.
They're a weird one. There's a lot of dry humor in those too.
Oh yeah, they love their dry humor.
Can you call that wet humor? I don't know. That's pretty good.
That's wet as fuck.
Yeah.
Dripping, in fact.
It's bussin'. No cap.
Pushing pee. I'm pushing piss.
So what do you guys think on these kids' new hip terms these days?
Fuck, it's the same old thing.
I can't keep up with it.
What were our terms at 16?
Lit, maybe?
Yeet.
No, yeet was later.
Yeet was later, yeah.
Oh, yeet was my generation for sure.
Yeah,
we would yeet shit
you
all
were,
the time.
You were
in high
yeeting
school.
things at 16. We were lit at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time I was 16, lit was cringe.
Yeah. Fam
was cringe.
Fam. That was probably one of them.
Fam was cringe from the beginning, in my opinion.
Saying heck.
No, that's just you.
Oh. Heck.
Oh, heck. Darn.
That's more of this community says heck.
That's fair.
No, man, I'm sucking here. Sucking a big old dick.
What, you
gay.
fucking gay?
It's really gay.
I'm trying to think of like the shit I would say at like questionable shit I would say at 16.
Probably, can I please have some coochie, ma'am? That is pretty much your whole existence at the age of 16.
Said that shit for
It would
19 years.
It would take another 2 years until he got some coochie.
or more.
3 years until he got some coochie.
Did you get rid of the politeness after a while because you got fed up?
I took the Bill Cosby route.
Oh. Was it at least the John Deere stuff?
The John Deere stuff.
The good stuff.
Ether.
Oh, ether. In the depths of an ether binge.
I used to work with a guy that ethered himself once. On purpose.
Oh, how smart was this man?
He did a lot of math.
Oh, so the ether was actually probably good for him then.
Yeah,
Kind of calmed him down.
He was from Newfoundland, so you can imagine the most friendly guy. I don't know if I've ever seen someone smile so much with a caved face. Like, just so happy. But so much meth.
Just
Oh man.
the kindest man, but did so many drugs.
Yeah. I do wish I was as happy as that guy looked, other than the meth part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks.
Ether's interesting, apparently. See, I read, I finished a couple weeks ago now, I finished reading Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas by Hunter S. Thompson. They turned it into a movie with Johnny Depp and Benicio del Toro in the 90s. It's on, well, it's not on Netflix anymore, but it used to be. It's a good film and a really good book. And there's a couple of passages in there, a couple chapters where they're huffing ether. They're doing every kind of drug imaginable, but they also have a couple canisters of ether. And they're huffing ether, and just the way he's explaining how it works on your body is just so fascinating. He's like, see, ether, it's not really so much of a drug as it just disconnects your brain from your body. So your body is unable to function at all, and you're slurring your words and drooling like a drunk. But meanwhile, your brain is totally functioning fine and is able to watch yourself act in this horrible fashion. You can like literally see yourself drooling, and as much as you want to stop yourself drooling, you can't. Your body's going to do it anyway.
Ew.
And so then they're all fucked up on ether, and they walk into this bar, and he says, but ether is the best drug for Las Vegas because this town loves a drunk. So everyone just thought they were drunk, right?
He had a very interesting way of writing.
Mm-hmm.
That's never been into reading books that much. I remember we had to read a book in like, was it grade 6 or 7 or something? I think was it called The Red Dog or something like that? I don't
it's
remember.
about that. It's about those red tick coonhounds.
Yeah, and I think that was a really good
where
book.
where the
wasn't it?
red ferns grow. That was the book.
Wasn't it a good book though? Or
Yeah, I
wasn't
thought it was pretty good. It's about
Yeah.
that young kid who gets some hunting dogs.
Yeah, and then he gets shot and everything, right? He gets shot in that.
Someone he's out hunting or something like
Yeah,
that, and someone
someone
accidentally
shoots him.
he gets caught. He lives.
Yeah.
But he's injured by it, and then his dogs. I don't know. He lives with those dogs for a while, but then he has to put the dogs down or something like that. It's a real sad book.
Yeah. Oh well, he lived. Usually how it goes though. Usually you live your dog,
Yeah.
and when you don't, yeah, that's sad too, I guess.
Yeah.
For the dog.
For the dog.
For the dog, yeah. So you guys hear about the old Pierre Polyev?
Oh, I'm very excited for Mr. Polyev, or however the fuck you. How do you even say that?
It looks like
Polyev?
Polyveer almost.
Well,
like,
it's when it's
That's it.
VRE
yeah.
in a French name. It's just you just say the V.
Oh, okay, okay.
I think so. I think it is Polyev.
Yeah. Okay.
So Pierre Polyev is running for prime minister for the Conservative ticket. There's a couple other guys entering the race too, but I don't know. No one else in the Conservative Party has the popular support that Pierre has.
Yeah. Well, I think he does partly because of his social media presence is good, but
Yeah.
he has a lot of oomph to what he says. Like he doesn't take no for an answer, and he keeps hounding people for it.
Yeah, he
So-
seems like a pretty reasonable guy, and he
Yeah.
seems to be accountable for what he says.
yeah.
From what I can tell, anyway.
Well,
Seems like a genuine dude.
he's from Calgary too. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Same with I think Ralph Klein and Stephen Harper were two other good conservative leaders.
Yeah, they
that
both
we've
had
From
Right.
Calgary, yeah.
Yeah, both
Yeah.
had ridings in Calgary.
So if we get this guy, hopefully we'll have a good Canada, because his new statement isn't just like getting rid of Trudeau; it's making Canada the freest country in the world. I was like,
Getting it back on track.
that sounds awfully awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, he's interesting. He was voted in as an MP when he was like 24 years old or something like that.
No
Originally,
way.
In 2004. He's just a young guy.
Yeah, because he's
How
only
old is he?
41 now.
Oh, wow.
or
Yeah.
something.
So he was, I don't know, he's a young guy when he got voted in.
You know,
and he actually got voted in originally as a Reform Party guy, I believe. Or no, he wasn't voted in as a Reform Party, but he was part of that merger. So Reform Party in the 90s was essentially a new movement of conservatism that undermined the original Conservative Party. And under Stephen Harper, merged the original Conservative Party with Reform, which Reform Party turned into the Canadian Alliance. So those two parties merged into the Conservative Party, the Progressive Conservative Party,
under Stephen Harper.
under Stephen Harper, and Polyev was part of that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So what about the Wild Rose Party for Alberta? Because I heard that got kind of soaked up by conservatives.
Yeah, so that united. So now it's the United Conservative Party.
Because
Right.
what's her face? Who was the lead?
Danielle Smith.
She jumped ship over to the Liberals.
No.
Didn't she?
No.
Really?
No. So years and years ago,
Like that was years ago though. I swear she jumped ship.
she didn't jump ship to the Liberals. A whole bunch of people joined the Conservative Party and united the parties.
No, I thought I didn't think it was conservative.
And
Okay,
then she
carry on.
eventually left politics, and she's a radio lady.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
She's an AM radio host.
I heard a lot. I didn't think a lot of people liked her.
I thought she was hilarious. People didn't like her after that because they realized, the Wild Rose Party realized that they were dividing the vote, and so they merged with the Conservatives.
Yeah.
That's partially why, the NDP got in, was because the Conservative vote got cut in half.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying it's necessarily a bad thing, but it did allow Rachel Notley to stay in for 4 years.
Yeah, that was that long.
Was it 4? Yeah, I thought it was 4 years.
Okay. That was a long.
Yeah,
4 years.
2014 to 2018.
Right, because we had the worst of the worst. We had a majority Liberal federal government and a NDP provincial.
Yeah.
But now we've got a conservative guy that's pretty much a Liberal.
Yeah.
That pretends to be conservative and looks like Randy off of the Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
And you hear about what the old Trudeau did today?
Oh, he just walked out in the middle of Parliament.
He walked out because he was refusing to answer a question. I was told there's a video of him storming out angry. But
I don't know. I
see
never
it.
saw any footage of him leaving.
No.
The camera was on that guy from the Foothills riding.
Yeah, that was an
Calgary
interesting.
Foothills, and that guy's like, well, and you can hear everybody booing as Trudeau's walking out. He's like, well, as you can see, what we need is a real leader, not someone who just won't listen.
Yeah. He told them to grow up, word
Yeah.
for word, told them to grow up and stop playing childish games. So I was like, I guess they can say that because it's not their leader. So.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's his job to be in Parliament and debate. You're supposed to be there.
That's what he gets paid for.
That's what we fucking pay you for.
Yeah.
You better stay there.
He pays himself with all the money he steals from the rest of the people in the country. So he doesn't
but he
even
can't. But he can't even do his job.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like he's stalling time to figure out how he can figure out his exit plan so he comes out with a lot of money.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because him and the old Kenny here, I think they're getting the O'Toole treatment pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, anyways.
Yeah, I think their times are limited.
Yeah, I think so too. I know that there's now the Liberal Party there's some senior members that are turning against Trudeau, which thank God for that, because there's got to be some sane wing of the Liberal Party. There has to be some inkling of a Liberal Party that at one time was not fucking crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I think a lot of people have the misconception that trucker convoy is conservative people. It's just people that want freedom, and a lot of people will sound conservative by wanting that, but there's everybody. There's the Sikh trucker.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the Sikh Trucker Alliance, and there's every color person there, every I guess racist color, whatever, same thing, right? Probably I'll get told wrong by someone that knows more about that stuff, but religion and everything, everyone's there.
Every person from every walk of life.
Yeah.
I seen this video the other day, actually, this Sikh guy. So his buddy has a big fucking boombox, and this Sikh guy gets picked up, and he's on some guy's shoulders, and they're playing the and everyone's just partying, listening to whatever Indian
Ottawa
music
looks like
that
a
is.
riot.
Oh yeah.
Looks like fun.
Dude, I'm itching for
a
some
good
street
riot.
hockey.
A good riot.
Yes, let's be clear here. A good riot, the meaning a fun party. Not
Brothers Radio does not condone any sort of rioting.
Brothers Radio does not condone the use of pipe bombs.
Pipe bombs.
I had to give that disclaimer in the last one.
That's fair. Pipe bombs and peaceful protests definitely don't party well.
They do not
That's
mix.
not a good party.
But I'm very interested in Pierre. He's young.
Yep.
I think he has a lot of ambition. I think he's just willing to. I think he's willing to push some shit.
He's got a hot Cuban wife.
Nice.
She is pretty good looking.
Nice.
She is good looking.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Good for. He's a good looking man.
Yeah, he is too. You guys see that MP from Manitoba? She's a fairly young girl. Like, I bet you she's not even, like, she's got to be in her 30s still. Like, nice looking lady. And she belts out a speech for probably a good 6-7 minutes. And it's like, you can tell, like, there's, like, even, like, some emotion in what she's saying. And it's like, wow.
She believes what she's saying.
She believes what she's saying. And I mean, I bought it. I mean, probably because I just want freaking freedom.
30-year-old woman. Big
Simp.
milkers on
Hey,
her.
man.
Austin's like,
Almost.
I'll do anything you say.
I'm almost halfway to 30 from 20, so it's fair.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm closer to 30 than I am 20.
You're only 25.
Yeah, almost 26. Well, not really. I'm over 25.
When's your birthday?
September.
Okay, I turned 25. We'll be 25 together for like a month and a half. Or 2
Excellent.
months. Yeah,
Excellent.
be cool. Quarter century.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Super mint.
I'm feeling old, boys.
Yeah. So Austin, you were in Edmonton on January 29th?
Yes, sir.
Was it at that Edmonton rally?
Yes.
Now,
So
I want to ask you all about that. Like, who did you go with? What was the morning like?
So I went for. I'm not disclosing everyone that went with me. But,
Disclose who you want.
My one buddy Clayton Mickelson. He's a good listener. Shout out.
Oh, cheers, bud.
He came with us all there, and we had the flags, Canadian flag on the back of the truck, and the headache rack, like it had a sled deck on it. So we had the flag on there, and the flags on the sides, and we had a little tube sock and a big Alberta flag over the grill of the truck.
Hell yeah.
And so we met up in Olds at like 8 a.m. at that gas station, that co-op.
Yep. Yeah. Right off the highway.
And oh man, I've never seen that many vehicles in my life. It was like stop and go traffic, 50 k's an hour or less, all the way to Edmonton. It took us like 6 hours to get there.
Holy shit.
So
wow. So when did you get to Edmonton? Like 2 o'clock in the afternoon? About?
yeah, 2-3 in the afternoon.
Wow.
So the convoy, like it started from Alderside and worked its way up, and then the ones that went south are at the Coots border, which is still going on as well.
Yeah.
And so we hopped on Highway 2, and we're going north, and all these other convoys from different areas of Alberta were merging on behind us on Highway 2. And when we passed, what was it? Not Millet, it was Pinoka. When we passed Pinoka, they probably had a good, I think, was it 4 miles of solid vehicles bumper to bumper waiting to get on Highway 2.
Holy shit.
It was
At Pinoka.
Yeah, at Pinoka.
So how long was the convoy on the 2? Like, it probably went from Edmonton all the way down to...
I heard it wasn't a confirmed distance, between 70 and 200 kilometers long. I didn't really hear exactly how long, but even if it was 100, I'd believe it, because we almost wrapped the whole Anthony Henday.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
how long is the Anthony Henday? Here, I'll see if I can pull it up.
Now, it wasn't like solid, but like it would have been within a few minutes, and you'd see the tail end, and then you'd see the front end of it.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. So you get there 2 in the afternoon. You're heading into
78 clicks.
You're heading into the downtown to the Parliament building, eh?
Yeah. So the way that went, they were supposed to do 2 loops. Some people, and they're saying no big trucks downtown. You're not supposed to have big trucks downtown. Those truckers didn't listen.
Yeah.
My uncle, actually, I didn't even know he was there until we were kind of looking on my phone here while we were stuck in traffic, because it was gridlocked took us like 2 hours to get like 2 blocks.
Holy shit.
So it was insane. But anyways, I saw my uncle there, and I was like super excited, and like just the feeling that we had, when you're growing up in Canada, was just like this really awesome place to live. Like, people used to smoke inside, and I don't know why I think that's awesome, but it's just
I
like,
think that is awesome. I feel you.
You used to ride in the box of a truck, and cassette tapes in the vehicles, and you have a VHS thing in the TV and whatever else, right? It was just like you almost felt like you got a blast to the past, because no one was listening to these current rules, and everyone was just like excited, happy to be around each other. There was no liberal versus conservative. It was just everyone living life. There wasn't no like gay pride trying to push they're more important than anybody else. It was just unity, and it was amazing. Like, I wasn't much of a patriot, I would say, until that day, and then hopped on the sled deck of this truck, and there's that tunnel right by the ledge there.
Yeah.
And we're up there waving flags, and we're going through this tunnel. I was like, we're driving. I'm like, I'm in downtown Edmonton on top of a pickup truck. Like, what am I doing right now? This is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting a ticket for it.
No.
This is amazing.
It was awesome. So we ended up going through there, and then it stopped again. It was kind of a pause, and all the horns and stuff in that tunnel, though, was insane.
Yeah.
And then they kind of turn, and it goes, I think, 2 right turns around a block, and then you're in front of the ledge there.
Yeah.
Right.
And on the way up the street, one guy said, "Watch out, the cops are there." And we're like, we don't care. We want freedom. So we stood up there. We were waving it, and these truckers saw that we were like eye level with them. And they were just so hyped. Give them a thumbs up, and they're just freaking wailing on the horn, like relentless. They wouldn't even let off. They're just holding them wide.
That's
right?
awesome.
So I felt like I did my part to really encourage these truckers to make some noise and everything. But it's really unfortunate. Like, they didn't even document it on the news. Like, the news stations, they're being caught videoing on a different street that's not even involved with this protest. Yeah. So it's like they're trying to suppress what's actually happening to make people believe their narrative versus what's actually happening.
Yeah, it's very obvious that they're not covering it. Like, it bugs me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's you look. It's really funny. So a couple weeks ago, maybe it was early last week. I was working with this English guy. And he was he was talking to a buddy back home in England who said, you know, his friend was asking him what's going on in Canada. You know, here's what stories we're getting, way better coverage and comprehension of like what's actually going on in Canada. And so he laughs and he goes, "Oh well, this is what we're getting from the media." And he sends him this video of this like Saskatchewan farmer, some guy. He's like, you know, "We support civil war and we got guns and we're going to use them." And like that kind of shit. Like they probably paid some old farmer $1,000 to say some crazy shit.
Yeah. And just to stir the pot.
Or whatever. Yeah. Who even knows what the context was of this guy saying that. It's like, that's not even at all what's going on in Canada at all. Yeah. In Britain, they have better understanding of what's going on than our own media will tell.
Oh, so like the British news outlets are doing a better job.
They're doing a better job of covering Canadian politics and Canadian news than we are.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Well, did you guys hear about what Global News in Calgary did about the coots?
No. What I haven't watched Global News in fucking probably 10 years.
Oh, I don't watch them either, but I was shown, like, or I watched a video, because it sucks to say that social media is the only real news now.
Oh, you have to follow like an independent page on Instagram or something to get any sort of, decent coverage of what's going on, which is stupid.
Yeah. Which it sounds ridiculous to think that your news source says like POC for freedom, like people of Canada for freedom. It's like...
That's actually people of color for freedom.
Oh, whatever the heck. I thought it was for Canada. Well, this is about Canada, not colored people. This is about everybody.
Right. Yeah, that page you're talking about, though, they started that page specifically because the narrative that was going on against this convoy and against these protests was that these are a bunch of white racist assholes who are trying to establish white supremacy. Then a bunch of people who are of ethnic minorities are like, okay, let's come out and we'll start our own page, and we'll show them that that's not at all what's going on, and in fact, this is about unity, and this is about, a real issue. Yeah. So that's what that page is about.
Yeah, and I seen a video today. It was a Sikh gentleman. He had his Costco folding table set up. He had the big insulated containers for coffee. He had the cup set up. Come and get yourself a cup of coffee. Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Some of those Sikh guys are some of the nicest guys.
Yeah. They're good people, highly educated. They're awesome.
Love the Sikhs.
They're
Sikh, man. They're Sikh.
You're Sikh, brother.
They're Sikh.
They're Sikh, man.
But anyways, what I was saying about the Global News.
Oh yeah, sorry.
They found, I don't know if he was Sikh, someone from the Middle East that spoke broken English. They chose him to talk about what they were doing, and he was giving these guys money, the truckers money, and this guy was like, "You are a good man. Like he's helping support these guys that are probably facing legal fees for doing what they're doing." And anyways, they twisted what he said into making it sound like he was a hostage and he was stuck there for 3 days without food or shower. When really he was paying to support them and he was very excited for what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly. No, they'll take anything and they'll try and twist it. I saw, it's really interesting. So I don't know if you guys follow or know anything about Artur Pawlowski, he's that pastor from Calgary.
I saw a video from him or about him today because he got arrested again.
He's been arrested like I don't know how many times now. He just keeps, anytime they tell him to do something, he just says, "Fuck you, I'm going to do what I want."
Because
so
he got
he's quite
first
the
arrested like 2020, let's say July.
Right from the get-go.
Yeah.
He's been against
That's
this thing
right, I
right from the
remember.
get-go. And anyway, he got arrested again. I don't even know. I think the reason was people said that he's been riling up the Coots thing. And so apparently they actually sort of interrogated him because they wanted to know like who's instigating this Coots thing. They wanted to get as much information as possible. And so they arrested him for that, for essentially public mischief or something like that, which is insane. And it's so funny in the video. He just, anytime they try and arrest him, he just like goes to like complete toddler mode and just like goes limp. Like, all right, you're arresting me? You can pick me up off the ground then. Fuck you. Mm-hmm. You can drag me out of here.
Yeah.
Like at his home too.
Yep.
Because that guy has received, I mean, I don't agree with everything he says. That guy has seen the worst of it. He's bared the brunt of so much shit on the part of the police anyway for his stance on things.
I feel like he's going to get reimbursed after this all goes down because I'm really hoping there's a lawsuit that brings charges to people that have pushed too far past where they're legally allowed to for all these restrictions that they've imposed on us.
I mean, that guy spent like weekends and nights in jail already. And then he's met bail like 5 times.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I mean, churches got money, man. They got power. So
there's some wealthy benefactors that have been helping them out, but still, they still take him into prison like literally every 2 weeks on average.
He's probably getting good at it, honestly.
Yeah,
he's probably got friends.
Oh yeah, he probably knows a couple guys.
Yeah,
it's insane. That guy's taking the worst of it for sure.
Yeah, I don't understand why they think they should pick on a pastor and think that like people aren't going to hear about it. Like, do you really think people are going to think that he's evil when they try and make a story about him?
Yeah, when they keep arresting him.
Well, they don't even cover him anymore, do they?
Probably not.
No.
Like he's just
the news
like
he's
being arrested every fucking 2 weeks. Like eventually it's like, well,
it's just natural
it's
schedule.
It's like, well, eventually, you arrest him enough times, you're going to catch him doing something real bad. Well, he hasn't seemed to be doing anything that bad. It's like, well, then why are you fucking arresting him?
No.
It's like, well, we probably shouldn't cover this guy then, because obviously maybe there's a little bit of merit to what he's saying, so we shouldn't cover him.
Yeah, exactly. Because all that's going to do, any coverage that they give him is just going to anger more people.
Yeah, add a little fuel to his fire.
Win people to his side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So of course they wouldn't do that. They would never give free publicity to this movement. I think maybe the media in Canada recognizes that if they cover this event in a way that tries to make it seem, or at least portray it as large as it is, then more people will be drawn to it. If they portray it as this tiny thing of crazy people, then no one will be drawn to it.
Yeah.
They realize, it's like how, I say this quite often, but the reason why Trump won in 2016 was because he conned mainstream media news outlets out of billions of dollars of free publicity by just saying crazy shit every 2 weeks. Or every week, really.
That guy's a genius.
He would just say crazy shit,
yeah.
and they'd cover it, and so, well, now Donald Trump is saying this. Well, now Donald Trump his name is being said every minute of every day.
Oh, it's amazing.
For 3 years.
Trump.
It gets drilled into people's head. Of course he's going to win that election. He's the topic of conversation. So now
what's that called? Reverse psychology.
Basically,
That's exactly what he did.
It's just, it was in people's heads because his name was everywhere.
Just said the wildest shit.
In this situation, I think the media realizes the power that they have of giving negative or giving bad press.
Yeah.
Let's say.
Yep.
So they're just going to give no press.
Yeah.
They'll either say nothing or they will try and make it seem like a tiny fringe little thing.
Yeah. Well, that fringe thing ain't working too well for them. It went from fringe minority to state of emergency real quick.
Yeah.
As the meme says, I'm not going to take credit for that one, but
That's a good one, though.
it's quite impressive.
Went from fringe minority to every province is now working towards getting rid of their mandates and their passport systems. And Alberta, thank God, we got rid of it now.
Yeah, we can go for dinner.
We can go for dinner in a nice restaurant. Now Kenny did fucking flip-flop immediately after saying that, and it was like, well, we might come back with it if we change our definition of fully vaccinated to 3 doses. And Kenny, you were doing so good. You were doing so good. You almost won me back, and then you fucking flip-flopped like a fish. And you said, well, we may go back if...
well, they're going to change
if we change our definition.
They're going to change it. They want to. They know that they can control us a little longer yet if they milk it.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. What do you guys think about what Jason Kenney said? I think I don't think he really did enough yet. I'm still frustrated.
He's got the ball going, so I'm happy about that. But he is nowhere near being in my good books. That's for sure.
No. Like when he first got elected, like I just voted conservative because, well, like all the other people say, oh, you just vote conservative because that's what you've always voted. It's like, well, probably because I don't like the world to tell me what to do. I'd rather tell myself what to do and make my own money instead of sitting on the couch collecting money from the government that I already pay them from my taxes.
A good 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
25 or whatever.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I voted for Jason Kenney, and today, it's like I don't like him. At the time, it seemed like he was a good choice. He's probably the best choice, and even today, you might say he's still probably the best choice. Given that Rachel Notley is fucking crazy.
Yeah, and my heart kind of goes out to the poor bastard too. I mean, he's in one shitty fucking position.
Such a bad
well, you have to bear that cross.
You have to wonder who. In the summertime when everything was open, no masks, nothing.
Open for summer, baby.
And then everything got reversed. Why did everything get reversed? Was it actually because of the numbers were rising and all that shit, or was it someone was strong-arming him or the province into complying with the federal view of how Canada should be?
Yeah.
Because he was the only one at the time during that summer. Alberta was the only province that was open for summer.
Right.
So I have a feeling that somehow he got strong-armed, or something of Alberta's benefit was threatened by the federal government, and so he had no choice but to go along with the plan.
Well, I think it would have been all the other prime ministers like, well, Dad, he gets the fucking hell. He gets to be out for summer.
They get their stampede. Why can't we?
Why can't we have a
Yeah, so then
that fucking shit.
It probably was that shit. Probably was something like that.
I feel like big old true daddy he was going to probably be like, yeah, I'm not giving you any money if you keep doing this. So you just better keep listening to me.
Yeah, maybe True Daddy was like, oh, you don't like the carbon tax? What if we increase it to 4,000%? Because we'll do it, and we can, because Parliament's suspended right now, and we can just force shit through.
Yeah, that shit pisses me off.
So,
no, I disagree with this opening tactic that he has, because he can easily backpedal, because there's an if on all of the stages.
Yeah.
And like, there's that professor that was at the U of A and all these other stuff, and he keeps getting slandered for giving out fake information or whatever. Like there are misinformation about the COVID vaccine not being effective and stuff.
I'm not sure I follow this guy.
Okay. Well, I think I sent you the video. It was like a half an hour.
All those two doctors.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If you finished watching that or even watched it, they talk about how at this point with the new variant that what's the new one? The
Omicron. Oh no, the new Omicron one. Opicron.
The
Opicron.
Yeah,
opioid.
Omicron.
Megatron.
The Megatron virus. Yeah. Apparently they're saying that the current vaccine is absolutely zero effect on this variant. And if not, people that are vaccinated could almost get it sooner than people that aren't. So it's like, there's no point in forcing people to do it at this point. It's just you gotta ride it out now. You just gotta live.
Yeah.
So their whole
Time to live with
slowly opening things makes zero sense, because it doesn't matter what you do. People are still gonna get sick.
Yeah.
Nothing's worked yet.
I'm not vaccinated, and I didn't get sick, but I was surrounded by people that were vaccinated and got it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like literally like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was even like, I was literally exposed to it, and nothing. I didn't catch it.
Yep. Yeah, I got it in August there from fellow friends. Don't know how many name drops we're doing here, but
If you want a name drop, go for it.
that's okay. Anyways, Briley.
It was Riley.
Yeah, it sucked, but it wasn't worth shutting the world down for.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if I allegedly got it worse than the new variants anyways.
Well, and I think I've said it from the beginning, like, we got to protect the people that are vulnerable to it. Our older people, our grandparents. Absolutely. But like, if you're young, you got a good immune system, let society roll on.
Yeah.
Keep progressing.
Got to take your chances.
Absolutely.
You have to weigh your risk in everything in life.
Yeah.
And so, you never, like, you step outside the door, you could be hit by a fucking car that day. You never know anything. You are constantly on the verge of death and you don't even know it. So you have to weigh your risk. And I think most people are now in the camp of saying, we know the risks, we're going to continue on as if normal.
And if those risk versus reward, if it's too risky for you, well, you have the option to work from home. If your job can be done from home, obviously you've been doing it from home, well, carry on that way. I don't give a fuck. Go for it.
That doesn't affect me.
It doesn't affect me, but I'm willing to take the risk to go out to supper to fucking drink my face off at a bar and, get spit on. I don't give a fuck. Like, let me go. Like,
Get the waitress to spit in my mouth.
I've literally eaten a Kubasaw off of the fucking parking lot of the Billy's. Like,
The Billy's parking lot,
the
Kubasaw
Billy's
hits different.
literally.
It's got a little gravel in it.
Like, I can survive anything.
Now, see, I didn't know that about you.
Well, no,
Why did you drop your Kubi on the ground and then have to eat it?
well, I didn't have to eat it. I did eat it.
It happens. It's
happens.
probably 2:33 in the morning.
Yeah, you're all. It's 2:30 for sure.
Yeah, Aub's
you're
3
like,
sheets to the
I'll
wind.
get a Kubi with everything, please. Bacon bits, fucking coleslaw, not coleslaw, sauerkraut. Get some sauerkraut on there. Then all of a sudden, Buddy makes a good fucking joke, and you lean back, and your Kubi comes sliding out of the bun.
You give a hearty haw.
Yeah.
Kubi
Kuba sauce
comes
slides out, and you're like, well, dust the old salt and gravel off the Kuba sauce, throw back in the bun, and
That's just
Done.
that's a little, that's like chickens or roosters or whatever. They'll eat like a little bit of the gravel. They got to put in their giblet or whatever. What do they call that?
Feed?
No, like they
no,
they eat rocks and they have it in their gizzard. Their gizzard has like rocks in it and it helps them digest like seeds and shit. So it's like that. It's just
giblet.
it's close. Gizzard.
No,
Gizzard.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so
That's
like
funny.
you're just adding a little bit of stones to your gizzard.
Yeah.
But yeah, risk. People should be able to decide what risk level they want to deal with. If they want to be, super retarded and stay inside the rest of their life, that's their business. They can do that.
Yeah.
But don't tell me what to fucking do.
Some people want to go in to get into fights at Billy Bob's.
Exactly. Tom Laven wants to just yell at people but never actually get in a fight.
He wants to talk tough but never actually throws down.
And then the one night you're not there, he gets in a fight, allegedly. I don't believe you, Tom. I don't think you've ever been in a fight ever.
Other than with Peter Cox.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We used
fuck.
to get in good fist fights then.
Yep.
Good times.
Yep.
All right, I stand corrected. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
But he didn't do anything,
No,
from what
often-
I heard.
He
Tom?
never often did. No, it was our good buddy Will Montgomery. Shout out, Will.
Uncle Will.
I know you're listening, bud. Appreciate you.
Mabel Madness.
Mabel Madness on Instagram. Everyone give him a follow. Yeah, Mabel Madness on YouTube as well. He's got a YouTube channel of him getting drunk and starting old Dodges up. It's
Yeah.
wicked.
Oh, I might have to watch this now if it's anything like Old Peg.
Yeah.
It's
don't
nothing
mean to,
like Old Peg. It's significantly worse, but it's hilarious.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Gump, but Will, if you're listening, bud, I cut one of your clips of you firing up your old Dodge pickup, like you body swapped the red cab onto that old frame. Well, I cut the video of you just firing it up, redlining it, shutting it off. And you, what did he say? Is like
Comes over and goes, decent
or something. And I cut that clip and put it on TikTok. I thought it was so fucking.
But anyway,
hilarious.
we used to get in these fucking fights with some of them kids in elementary. And one time, well, because Will always had the long hair, right? One time, one of them kids grabbed him by the long hair, like, you know, that's a cheap move. You can't do that shit, even if, you know, he's a guy, but you don't be grabbing hair.
No.
Like, come on.
Grabbing
So I
both.
grabbed his hair and fucking trying to yank it out and shit, and Will was not happy about that. So we broke that fight up, and I think Tom was holding the kid back, and I was holding Will back, and I had seen what was going on and how Will was receiving some cheap blows, so I was just like, So I just let him go. And Will bolts over to him. The other kid's like, he's been strong-armed to the ground. Tom has him in kind of a headlock type thing on the ground. Will just goes over and, well, he had been taking Taekwondo, so he just fucking completely roundhouse kicks him in the head, like right in the front of the head. Just, ooh, boom. There was a big fucking bruise there for like 3 weeks. He didn't mess with Will after that.
Good old, was that junior high fights? Probably.
Oh, yeah. Those are pretty fun. Because you're not quite, like, there's enough muscle and development there to like have a good fight, but not enough to like cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
still resilient enough that you won't really hurt yourself.
Yeah, like you won't break bones or nothing, or eyeballs won't.
I've never been in a fight in my life.
I think I'd probably be in the same boat. I may have been in something of the sort of kind of pushing someone into the dirt and yelling and then being a little bitch about it
I
after.
did push a guy's face in Bellinis one time. I just grabbed his face and like threw his head like a ball. Yeah,
Was that when you were with one of your exes?
Yeah,
there?
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I threw a guy's face.
I was actually there. I think I remember hearing that you
Yeah.
were not happy.
But that's the closest. Yeah, he kept pushing me away, pissed me off. So I just grabbed his face and pushed it, but he didn't do anything. So
yeah, no, I was.
That's he didn't do anything because that guy probably knew what happens to people who fight in Bellinis. Both of you just get the living fuck kicked out of you by the bouncers.
yeah,
Doesn't matter who started or whatever. The bouncers just grab the both of you and fucking beat the shit out of you and fling you outside.
Yeah, those guys ain't. They're not gentle.
No, they don't. They're not. Well, it's Western justice in there for sure.
yeah, they got no guns, but they got some fucking.
They're packing heat.
They're
for
packing
sure.
heat.
Yeah.
Big old
They're
arms.
pushing P. Those guys.
They're pushing peace. That's man.
Oh man.
Those Arizona teas are delicious.
Oh, that
Austin.
was,
Thanks for bringing them.
No worries. I figured the boys would like something.
I haven't had one of
refreshing.
these since I was probably like 13.
Yeah, don't go to the Linden Diamond M. They overcharge like crazy for these. I'm gonna probably email Arizona and tell them they're overcharging.
Hey Gump, can you quick do a, before we wrap things up here, can you do a quick review of the Diamond M convenience on Google?
Like read
Oh,
one?
we
Yeah.
need that. We
Yeah.
need that for
Should
sure.
we write one?
Yeah, should be.
We should write one.
Chicken's pretty good, but the Arizona teas are overpriced.
Make sure you put when Lloyd sold it started sucking.
Yeah, well, it kind of sucked when Lloyd owned it. Let's
Wait,
be
so
real.
do you want Austin
You're
to
right.
read these then?
Awesome subs. Are you sure?
The Bearded Bandit.
Oh man,
Bearded Bandit.
Gump, I'm gonna butcher too much of this, and you're closer to the screen.
All right, fine, I'll read it. Place is horrible since management changed. Can't seem to keep steady staff. Service is slow. Who appear to be the new management can't seem to follow basic hygiene skills to make food. Yeah, but that's flavor. The only good thing about the store is the great ladies who work there. They're always pleasant. This guy's creepy.
Yeah, this guy's a rapist for sure.
Good food, great people. Folks are a real asset to our community. Nice, clean store. I enjoy my weekly visits to Diamond M. Okay. Is there only...
Hey, what was the response to that Bearded Bandit?
Hygiene is top priority. Management is trained, certified food handlers, and work within the guidelines. We appreciate your review and will continue learning and improving to meet and exceed satisfaction of every customer and the village of Linden.
Ooh,
Okay.
man, you know that they're capping with that one.
Hey, I know this guy here. Great place, awesome subs and snacks. Andrew Meek.
I know the guy below.
This guy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I worked with him. It's 1 star.
Bad service.
Classic.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Steadfast Concrete, Cameron Clausen. He's an avid listener of the show.
Is
you
he
know?
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
4
okay.
years ago, Cam, you left a review. Lloyd is awesome.
But you spelled Lloyd with only one L.
Oh, that's awesome. Cam, you're the man.
That's awesome.
Hey, speaking of which, when I was working at Clausen today, I was working with Cam's dad.
Gary?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good old neighbor Gary.
Oh, he's a beauty.
Been my neighbor my whole life.
Hey, is that the new Linden Meats has a... Oh, they do. Nice.
Oh, they
Say-
got a...
Oh, should we leave a review? Say, Pete's got some nice meat.
Yeah, he's at Pete the Meat guy, right?
Yeah, Pete the meat guy
On
Jamaican
Instagram.
Pete.
or Pete's Meats or something like that on Instagram. There.
New little meat shop
Yeah,
in
he's not
town.
Jamaican. You know, he's from Zimbabwe, I think.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Sean always called him Jamaican Pete.
Well, he does have dreadlocks.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Probably.
Great and tasty. Cool. Yeah, there's a new butcher shop there in Linden. So
Appreciate it.
Right on.
awesome. Well, I don't know. It's probably a good enough time to wrap her up.
Probably. I can usually talk too long anyways. So.
Oh, I mean, we usually when Sean's on, it's pretty hard to wrap it up. On the last one, we went for like over 2 hours. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not sure if people listen to the whole thing or not.
Oh, some do.
I listened to your last one on my drive to work the other day because I was like, I feel bad. I'm going to be on this podcast and I haven't even listened to all the episodes.
Oh, fuck. We put out more episodes.
There
than
is
most
no
people can
obligation to listen to this show. You do not have to listen to it. It is for your own pleasure.
That's right. We appreciate every listen, but
No
we're
one is
not-
holding a gun to your head.
That's right. Listen to it at your leisure.
Yeah.
And, I mean, we're not listening to them.
Yeah.
We're just sitting here talking, so.
Literally.
We're just making them.
Like, we're literally taking an hour and a half out of our day to, like, I don't spend an hour and a half listening to podcasts on most days.
No.
Some days
No.
I do.
Some days.
No.
Sometimes I'll listen to a 3-hour one, but yeah. Appreciate everybody. And thanks for coming on, Austin.
Oh, no
Yeah,
worries.
you're a
Thanks for
beauty.
having me.
You're a beauty.
Well, let's keep on rocking in the free world, folks. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.